Hello, everyone. We're going to continue a video I did last year on cochlear uh, implant brands. There are, and I promised to do a follow-up video because I just mentioned the brands. I made a few light comments about each brand, but today I'm going to go into a little bit more in depth for each brand so you kind of have an idea of what the brand does and where they're from, approximately when they started. So let's see if this is of more help to get you some more background of each one. And I will post their style of cochlear implants. And I want to clarify here from the beginning that I will make a distinction between the implant itself and the processor, which is the outside component that you will see here and that I wear. I wear two of them, and we'll talk about the brand that I use and why. All right. My name is Lisa, and this is Hearing Loss Pathfinder. So welcome to you. I'm glad you found us. We talk about everything about hearing loss, and I give references and referrals to other YouTube channels that you might find helpful. All right. So getting back to brands. I'm going to bring up the first one, which is Medel. And Medel was started in Europe. So it has a very different style, as you can see here. And it is very, very European, I would say. They have all kinds of they were the first ones, I have to say. They were the first ones to start with a cochlear implant that was just a disc. We didn't have to put anything behind our ear. It was just a disc that connected with the magnet. So that was an interesting move on the part of Medel. And I'm going to bring up a little bit of information background on Medel. They have all kinds of new series because every other year, cochlear implant companies try to create a better and better cochlear implant. So over 1.5 billion people around the world are affected by hearing loss. It limits a person's ability to work, socialize, and enjoy everyday life, and can be led to significant decline in mental and physical health, which is true, as we know. That's why at Medel we've always been driven by one thing: a passion to help people with hearing loss. So I want to see if I can find a little bit of their history. I had it yesterday. There we go. Hearing pioneers. Everybody declares that, just so you know. It's been that way since 1977 when our CEO, Dr. Ingeborg Hochmeyer, pioneered the modern cochlear implant along with her husband, Erwin. Since then, we have grown into a global company with over 2,900 brilliant minds from around the world, led by a management team of 450 years of experience between them. Our innovative spirit and commitment to research mean that today we offer hearing solutions for every type of hearing loss. So that is Medel. 1977. So they, of course, you hear the words. I don't know if it's Austria or I just know it's Europe. It doesn't detail what country, but I guess it doesn't matter. They are all over the world, and I want to thank Medell for doing that. They are, out of the three that I'm going to mention, they are the smallest. No, I want to say they're the second smallest because I think Advanced Bionics that I'm going to go to is really the smallest. Now, for Advanced Bionics here, I want to say their website is not very good at this time. I want to make a call out to Advanced Bionics to improve their website, please. It's not very easy to use. So I don't know if I will find their stories, but I can tell you that they were started in the United States. It is a local company in Los Angeles, California, and they started about 30 years ago. So, that is, and I want to bring up their history, but again, it is a little hard to find what I'm looking for because their website is not very friendly. So you will have to be patient with Advanced Bionics. They do have a website, but it is not user friendly. So that is one thing we need. It used to be very good. A couple of years ago, it was a very good website. I loved Advanced Bionics because they had made so many colors for their processors. The processors, this, and they had really made, a good selection of colors that people really liked. But Advanced Bionics has tripped a few times and has had some trouble. They had trouble with their laboratory in the beginning, and it was sad. So they started in 1993. So a physicist, inventor, and serial entrepreneur and philanthropist named Alfred Mann founded Advanced Bionics on the outskirts of Los Angeles, California. Since then, Advanced Bionics has created new opportunities for individuals with hearing loss, allowing them to form powerful connections and to live a life without limitations, thanks to cochlear implants. Now, Advanced Bionics has tripped here and there in their history, and right now there is another incident with Advanced Bionics. Advanced Bionics must pay over $12 million for alleged false claims for cochlear implant processors. So they did not give sufficient information or the wrong information. So the United States expects device manufacturers to provide accurate information when they claim that their devices meet certain tests or standards, said Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General Brian M. Boynton, head of the Department of Justice Civil Division. The FDA's approval process requires companies to demonstrate the efficacy of their products. So something happened here that Advanced Bionics missed some information or claimed some information. The test at issues measures the extent to which cochlear implant systems generate RF emissions that can potentially interfere with other devices that use the RF spectrum. Such other devices may include telephones, alarms, and security systems, televisions, and radios. So apparently they claimed something that wasn't true. So they're ending up with a suit here, and they have to pay 12 million. So I'm sorry, Advanced Bionics, have better days, please. So Advanced Bionics is the only company right now that it manufactures directly in the United States. I don't think there are in other countries right now, but that's the American company. And so now we're going to go to the third one, and this one was the first one. It started in Australia by a gentleman by the name of Grammy Clark, and he is highly admired. He is still with us. He is from Australia, travels back and forth between the United States and his home. He gives presentations from time to time, but he is getting a little elderly. Grammy Clark started in the early 1970s. He wanted to help his father, and I know his stories because I am a volunteer for Cochlear America, so I know the story by heart. So in the very early 1970s, he was working on helping his dad because his dad lost his hearing, and he really wanted to help him no matter what. So one day when he was just thinking about how he was going to do this, he picked up a shell, a conch shell, small conch shell, and he took a blade of grass and started putting the blade of grass through the shell, and it came out the other end in another hole. And he was like, oh, darn. And he, all of a sudden in his mind, he envisioned, if we could just replace the cochlea with something else, a wire of some kind. So he started working on it and did connect his dad up to a large machine, of course, in a room because he didn't have all the parts or information yet. But gradually he was able to reduce the processor and the implant itself down to a very small thing. So today this is the N8, and this is what it looks like. From the big machine on the wall, we have gone down to this. So we are very grateful to Grammy Clark in all his work and research. So here is a piece from from Cochlear Americas. Our mission: we help people hear and be heard. We empower people to connect with others and live a full life. We help transform the way people understand and treat hearing loss. We innovate and bring to the market a range of implantable hearing solutions that deliver a lifetime of hearing outcomes. So Cochlear Americas is the largest of the three companies that I've mentioned. They are worldwide. They continue to do research, and Grammy Clark continues to ask questions in terms of what can be improved, what can be changed, what is our next goal. So he's always up to something. So and people love him. He's a very gentle guy, humble. I've seen him in his presentations, and he's just himself. He invented something, and he wanted to throw it out to the world, not only to his dad, but to all of us. So we are very grateful for Grammy Clark for his work, and his family is very proud of him. So, in all that he has accomplished. So, from Professor Grammy Clark's discovery with a shell and a blade of grass through to today, we remain committed to advancing hearing technology. So they're always creating the best next thing. So that is Cochlear Americas. Again, it's the largest of the three. They are everywhere in the world that I can think of. You know, I had to go down to Colombia. They were there. I had to go to Guatemala, and they were there down at the capital. So it's good coverage wherever I went to get myself checked once in a while. So as the global leader in implantable hearing solutions, we have helped over 700,000 people to hear with one or two of implantable solutions. So that's a lot of people. Again, their design is a little different. They have a small range of colors. And to me, their implant is the best of the three. To me, my opinion. And I enjoy Cochlear Americas. They have meetings every year for those who use Cochlear Americas. And sometimes Medill and Advanced Bionics users will come to those conferences. I think Advanced Bionics has their own conferences for users and Medill. So there's no lack of meeting up with other people with cochlear implants and sharing their time with them. Now, each of these processors, the external part, is slightly different from one company to another, as you can see that I have posted. So, the one thing I say to everybody is there is no need for cochlear wars to say, oh, mine is the best, or, you're losing out if you don't come to this company. There's no sense in doing that because they are all designed almost the same way, and they all do the same thing to help you hear. That's what they're designed to do. They're designed differently, yes. They have different parts, yes. They have different accessories, yes. And that is okay. They're doing the same thing to help you swim with the processor, to help you listen to a TV, to help you listen in crowds and listen to one-on-one. So they've developed and continue to develop their processors and their and the internal component so you can hear the best. That's what all three of them do. Now, the issues here with Advanced Bionics should not deter you. This is just a little whiplash that they got, and all companies should pay attention to this, that when you are reporting whatever you created, that you tell the truth. So Advanced Bionics has learned their lesson, but that should not deter you from using them if you choose to go with Advanced Bionics. And yes, I'll probably send them an email to ask them to make their website a little bit more friendlier. But anyway, those are the three companies: Medill, Advanced Bionics, and Cochlear Americas. And it is up to you to make that decision as to which company you want to use. You will get the best, of hearing. All of them, have good services for you and support. I have to say that Cochlear Americas make sure that you get things or anything that you requested within 24, 48 hours. Their support and their services are very, very good. I don't know about Medill or Advanced Bionics because I don't use them, but I'm sure that they have good support for their users as well, because, if you don't have good services, then people are not going to want to use you. So I'm sure the other companies are doing well in their services and their support. I have to say, in terms of websites, Medill's website is very good. very clear, very concise. You know where to go and what to click on. Advanced Bionics is a little on the crazy side, so so I think there are things that they could do better with their website. So that's all I'm saying there. Um, I'm very sorry for Advanced Bionics with their 12 million for alleged false claims for their cochlear implant processor. I'm sure they will learn their lesson there, and the next time they have to report their processors, they will do a better job at that. So that's all that means. The government is saying you need to report what your processor does, what it can interfere or not interfere with. So that's really important. Cochlear Americas is squeaky clean as always, and their website is easy to use. So I'm reporting on their websites because I think that, it shows their investment and their time that they put into setting up something for us to use to go and find the information we're looking for. So I do encourage all these companies to make sure that their websites are clear and that we don't have to get confused by which button is which. So Medill and Cochlear Americas, I think their websites are the best, and Cochlear Americas has to catch up. So that is it, my friends. Those are the designs. These are the companies that sell cochlear implants to in the United States. And a doctor will never tell you this one is the best. They will always, I think that the best thing that anyone can do if they are approved for cochlear implants is to go to a clinic that offers all three implants, all three. And then they will not encourage you to take one or the other. That is a decision you have to make on your own. And I know it is a little nerve-wracking, but, whichever one you choose is going to help you here. That's the biggest thing. So, of course, I'm going to lean towards Cochlear Americas because that's the one I use. But it doesn't mean that it is the one for you. You'll have to choose which one you like in aesthetics, which one you like in terms of what it can do, what the internal component can give you, because I think there's some slight differences between the implant itself, between one company and the other, and that I can't say. You'd have to ask the audiologist or the surgeon. They have different types of arrays, I think, and how many arrays they have. So it just depends. But whichever one you choose, you will be able to hear and continue to progress and get better and be able to hear. So that's all that matters. So that is my presentation, my friends. If you have any questions about the three companies, let me know. I would have to dig deeper in terms of your particular question. So let me know. I'm hoping that this information is deeper and better than the last time, because last time I just mentioned their names, and this time I'm just letting you know which ones are out there and their history and who started them, which is you're trying to figure out which one is better, and they all help you here, all of them. And there's great stories from the users from all three companies, regardless of Advanced Bionics' boo-boo there in not reporting what they were supposed to. But their implant is still good. I have a friend who uses Advanced Bionics, and he swears by it. So So we laugh and chuckle about it. So so that is it, my friends. I'm hoping this will help you just kind of get to the websites you want to look at and think about which one you want to choose. Uh, no brand wars are necessary because all three companies have done a good job in designing their processors, so in their internal component. So any questions, any comments that you want to share about what you use and how it has helped you here, feel free to post it down below, and that will help someone coming through the channel. If you've gotten this far in the video, feel free to give me a like and to subscribe for notifications of new videos. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you had patience to listen to my babbling. And I hope to see you in the next videos.